Hello.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Tim?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Lag, I don't know. Do you think Alicia's gonna show up?
Yeah, I messaged her. She said she would be here.
Okay, cool. I was able to log in and start the website, but like all I did was able to log in and I made the folder. So like I didn't do anything
Okay.
to it, yeah. I had to reach out to him because I didn't have any of the information because I'm still in the Thursday class and he emailed it all to everybody that was in the Tuesday class, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, the I don't know why he puts everything on Windows. It,
The teacher?
yeah, it's got another Windows download. I'm gonna have to get an. I got another computer I can use at like 5 o'clock. I'm gonna
Oh,
have to get that because I have
yeah.
to. Yeah, it's all Windows apparently.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I just put it didn't take up that much room. I was able to fit it on my computer.
all right. So biggest concerns are is the 10 nanonewtons going back down?
Well, so he said that it was okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go with it's okay.
What's up, Alicia?
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hey guys,
Hey, how are you doing today?
good. How are you?
Not doing too bad. We're just getting right back into the semester and the start of things, and we're had a few questions that were
Okay.
raised last semester we'd like to talk to you about.
Okay, cool.
The biggest one was the actual force that we needed.
Uh-huh.
Um, I remember talking to you a few weeks ago,
Right.
and maybe 4 weeks ago, you were saying how we only needed 1 nanonewton that could be
Right.
passable.
Right. So first of all, are we waiting for somebody else to join? Or
no.
We have 2 other members. They're not going to be in here today.
okay, cool. Okay, then I can. So I also looked at your presentation and report, and based on all of that, I wanted to make a few points. Shall I just go ahead and do that?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I made you a co-host, but I don't know if
Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, so you can see my whiteboard, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So I'll go ahead and mention what I wanted to, and then beyond that you can then ask me questions based on what I say. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
So one of the things I noticed in the presentation was initially, how we were talking about having a constant magnetic field, actually I should say magnetic induction P. That was the initial aim, but that got superseded by actually wanting a constant gradient of the magnetic field. And so right now, the final configuration that you guys have, in which you have the square magnets, I think
Yes, sir.
one of you sent me the final square magnets configuration that also gives a symmetric field distribution, correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
you guys tried it and got a symmetric distribution. The final one that we got, so that is the one I'm talking about. So I mean, initially we were looking at, I say this is the field, and we were looking at something like this, but then this does not give high forces. So basically the current configuration is something like this, if I remember right, where the magnetic field looks something like this. Maybe I'm screwing it up, but the overall shape of the field lines are something like this, okay? But this gives you, so this is the magnetic induction P. This looks like this, but if you were to calculate the gradient of the magnetic induction, it looks something like this. You get the gradient is something like this, and it's also constant magnitude, roughly speaking. So I will say roughly constant gradient. This is what you have, which is good because let's say you have constant gradient within this region. That means because the force depends on this gradient, you have basically constant force within that region, which is what we want. So I guess you have settled on a final configuration. So that part is mostly set. The few things so the report, it initially said, constant B, but you want to change it to constant gradient of B. Right? So that's the first point. The second point I noticed is that you had some holes at the top of your chamber for what should I
Moisture.
say? Yeah, for air exchange a little bit. Yeah, so that the condensation doesn't occur, but you actually don't need it because if you have a top, let's say this is the top part. So instead of this, if you have a top where you have a square slot where basically a cover slip can just sit on it. So you take a cover slip and it just sits on that slot. As long as we don't put any grease on this boundary, if the cover slip is just sitting just due to gravity, then you have not really sealed the top. So that solves the ventilation issue.
Wait, but I actually took those out. I redid the design and I took the holes out.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. So the final report had the holes though, right?
It did. You're correct. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Okay, so the top, we want it to be something like this, where you can just sit a cover slip on top without any grease on the lining, so that'll solve the ventilation issue. Okay, so that's one point. The other point was, yeah, I guess, so we decided that we're using the 1/4-inch square magnets rather than the circular magnets, right? So that's it. So one of the important points that came up as you went along last semester is if you have, let's say this is the side view of the setup where you have the magnets. So these are magnets that are part of the ring. So magnets. You want the cover slip to be at the mid plane of the magnets. So if the magnets are of some, whatever height they are, whatever is the mid plane, you want the cover slip to be at that mid plane. The reason is, as you found out, you were only doing a 2D simulation, not a 3D simulation. So you have the 2D field lines and so on. We don't want any Z directional forces. We are just looking at X, Y directions. And so if you have the cover slip at the mid plane, then due to symmetry, there won't be any Z directional forces. So you'll be only dealing with X, Y. So that really simplifies what you want.
Yeah, I actually fixed that in the design too over break.
Okay, awesome.
I put it right at the middle.
Cool. So, all right. And then, let's see, the base that holds the magnet. So the constraint is we want the objective to be close enough to the cover slip because of the working distance issue. So is this, so let's say, so what is the, so Kylie, do you have a design that you can show us now, or?
I actually do, and I had some questions about the working distance, if you meant from the bottom of the microscope or the top of the microscope, because I read that email that you sent to Tim that was like the working distance has to be no greater than 1/8 inch, I think.
Right.
Yeah, so were you talking about from the top or the bottom?
So, well, from the bottom, right? So because the objective, so the objective is something like this, shaped something like this. And so this distance is the working distance.
Yeah.
And in fact, in fact, the objective needs to get even more close. And so as long as this dimension, basically, let's say the cover slip is held something like, okay, let me draw that again. Oops. All right, let's say, I'm just roughly drawing something. Okay, you can then show me the actual one. Let's say the cover slip is held something like this. So this is the cover slip. As long as this is greater than 22 millimeter-ish, and as long as this, this distance from here, as long as this distance is less than, let's say, 4.5 millimeter or something like that, I think things will be fine.
Well, so I in what that same email where you talked about the working distance, you talked about changing the cover slip to a round one.
Uh-huh.
I did. I chose 18 millimeter because that looked like I didn't know what you had in your lab or what was.
Okay.
But
Okay.
so I actually changed the inside of the I guess the chamber that's going to hold the nutritive substance.
Okay.
24 because I had to be at 24 so that I could have the height.
So are you saying that this is 24
Yes.
millimeter?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And, but the height on the wall on the right above
Uh-huh.
the cover slip, since the cover slip's in the middle, is I think it's like 3.175 millimeters, which is 1/8 inch.
Are you talking about below or above the cover slip?
Well, both, because
Okay.
the cover slip's right in the middle of the magnet. But
Okay. Well, the magnet ring is a separate piece compared to this, correct?
well, so you want the working distance on the bottom of the microscope to be 1/8 inch, right?
Right. So basically, the Z difference between this plane and this plane, it has to be, less than 4 millimeter or something like that.
Less than well, so because I'm trying to think about the magnets when they sit on the microscope will be
Right.
at 3.175 millimeters.
Right.
So I'm just imagining the bottom of the device being 1.2 millimeters, and is that thick enough?
So is this 1.2 millimeters?
Well, in theory, so see, when I designed it, I was unsure of the email. So
Right.
I mean, I can make it that, but I'm trying to understand how high you want the cover slip off of the microscope. If you give me the number, I can do
Okay,
it.
so let me let me draw the side profile. So the interior piece, if it is something like this, so it's circular, and then it's circular.
You want to see what I have?
Yeah, sure. You want to show me that?
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Okay, you can go ahead and show me.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
So, so my question is the bottom, so this is the distance from here to here, and I didn't know how thick you wanted it because I didn't know if the working distance was from the top or the bottom of the cover.
Right. Cool. So you're asking about so we are talking about the bottommost plane of the cover slip that holds the cells, right? The bottom part of the cover slip that holds the cells.
Yeah, so this right here would be on the
Right.
microscope, and then how thick would you want this? Because it has to be at least 3.175 millimeters so that the cover slip can be in the middle of the 1/4 inch or the 0.25 inch cube.
A 0.25.
Which is 6.35 millimeters.
Oh yeah. Well, correct. You're correct. So there are two requirements. One thing is that the cover slip's top surface should be at the midplane of the magnet.
It is in this picture. That's exactly where it is.
All right, cool. So that is one requirement. The other requirement is the so first of all, what's the diameter? So if you look from the bottom, what is the diameter of the opening? Yeah, what is the
It's
diameter?
14 millimeters
Ah, okay.
because I had to have a lip so that the 18 millimeter cover slip could fit in there.
So you said this is 14 millimeters?
Yeah, so the top is 19 millimeters to allow for like a millimeter gap whenever they print it or for air, you know. So then the 18 millimeter diameter cover slip can fit on top.
Okay.
So
okay,
there's a
okay.
lip. See, this right here was just did so I could I designed a cover slip so I could see it all together.
Okay.
So I took it out and that's what it is.
So, but okay. One other question: the magnet ring is separate from this piece, correct? Or is it you send it as
No,
one?
I designed it in there and then I put a lip in it because you expressed concern of trying to be able to get the magnets out. So I actually put a lip so that you could fit your fingers or something to get the magnets out without having to tough it over.
Oh, well, the thing is, you want all the magnets arranged in a ring that can be removed as a whole.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to physically think about how that piece would work that size, because if you want it as a separate ring, but you don't want it greater than 50 millimeters, like material has to have some like substance to it to move it.
Right, right,
I can't just have something that holds it that's a millimeter thick.
right. So, okay, so shall I just draw it and show it, and then we can come back to this if you want?
Yeah, I mean, I could design it so that it's like a ring that sits inside of another ring.
Right. Okay. So how about I draw something and show it, and then you can tell me, since you have thought quite a bit about it, correct me if I'm proposing something that's not possible. Okay.
Okay.
So one possibility is, let's say you have two pieces. Okay. So one piece is something like a bottom piece is something like this, where you have like this, and okay, let's say like this, and this is just the side view, right? So the cover slip is sitting here, and so this is one single piece, okay?
Yeah.
And then you have another piece which is just a ring of magnets that you can lift off and put it back, and that looks like, say, like this. Let's say, start with the handle. And this is just a handle. It's not really a
Well, I'm just
wall.
trying to think, do you even need the handle? Like the handle's going to be so thin that it would just most likely break. And the device is so small that you could just grab it around the sides with your hands. Like what's the purpose of because the handle is going to be maybe 5 millimeters thick.
I mean, the dimension of the handle could be whatever it's required to make it strong enough. Okay. I mean, okay, well, let's come back to the handle, okay? But let's say the magnets are sitting like this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm making the magnets sort of flush with this surface, so that we can decrease the dimension, basically decrease this dimension as much as possible.
Yeah. How are you going to make the magnets stay in there? Are you going to glue them in there?
So, for example, so this piece, the magnet ring, I imagine to be something like this, right? So you have something like this, and let's say you have a handle here and a handle here. We'll talk more about it. But so you have basically holes like this, right?
Yeah.
And so you basically pop in the magnets, and you can glue it. Yes.
Well, as I say, how are they going to stay? Gravity would make them fall.
Well, that's why, yeah, you can glue it, right? So you can apply some glue here, and then set the magnets in there. Because the magnets actually, once they are inside this ring-like structure, they don't need to come off. It's just like a one piece.
Okay, I thought you expressed maybe last semester, maybe wanting to like be able to change, like taking out magnets, swapping them out. So that's why I thought.
Oh, not the magnets themselves, the magnet ring as a whole. Yeah. Okay, maybe I wasn't clear.
Other ones.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You would want to design, you would want multiple rings.
Multiple rings, you said?
You want like multiple separate top pieces.
Are you calling this the top piece?
Yeah, or what, like that, because you said you don't want to change the magnets out.
Right. So you would have a ring of magnets like this, and that will be a set piece, right? So just this one piece is enough. So if one has to try different magnets and so on, then it will be like a separate piece. Somebody will have to make it, Make sense? Okay. So I mean, I didn't draw it well enough, but basically this plane over here has to be the central plane of magnet, right?
I understand that requirement. I'm still stuck on the handles because if you 3D print something that small, it's gonna have beads and they're just gonna, I just feel like they're gonna break. Like
okay.
printed a lot of things and
Okay.
those handles are just gonna be the first thing that snap off. Like it's like
Okay.
like action figure arms. Like they're not gonna.
Okay. The reason why I thought of it like that is if you, I mean, perhaps there's a better solution that you can think of, but if it was just a ring like this, then when we try to, grab it like this, with your fingers, then there is some XY directional force that might bump the sample a little bit. And so it's not ideal, that's all,
How are you going to be gripping it different with handles? You're still going to, I guess.
With handles, you can actually apply a pinching force here and here. And somehow I thought that would minimize.
Yeah.
But that's what I thought. But
I mean, it's a good thought. I was just trying to think about how small, because it's like, it's almost like a can of Coke or something,
Yeah, I mean, the handle doesn't have to be like that. Maybe it could be something like this.
Yeah, I can draw it up and see what I can. A lot of times when I draw it up and I look at it, I can pretty much be like, that doesn't make any sense, or that
right
work. But I'm trying to think about the resin beads that are going to be laid out to 3D print it, and it's just going to snap off at that joint.
I mean, at the end of the day, I can even like glue some sticks to the end. It doesn't really matter.
You're not wrong. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so it's not something that really affects the design too much. So I mean, even if it doesn't have a handle, it's not a big deal. Okay. So being at the mid plane, that's one requirement. The other thing, due to the objective having to come close to the bottom plane of the cover slip, is basically we want this to be greater than 22 millimeters, and we want this, let me call this H, right? So you want H to be less than something like 4 millimeter if this is greater than 22 millimeters. So these two go together. So let me call this D. So you want D to be at least 22 millimeters. Only then the objective can sort of go in there, go up there. That will.
I could, so if we're going to glue the magnets into the top piece, I can literally just have the magnets in the holder and they would sit on the microscope. So that would also minimize I could put it directly at the 3.175, or depending on the thickness of the cover slip, about 3.2, and it'd be two separate pieces.
By two separate pieces, you mean this is one piece, this is another piece? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, you wouldn't even have that bottom piece there. So the magnet could just sit directly on the thing, and I could put it at the middle. So if
but without this base, how will the central part sit on the microscope?
How will the,
Yeah. Like this central part, right? This central part. For it to sit on the microscope, you need this shaded region as of the base attached to it, right?
oh, you do? Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen the microscope, so I don't know.
Well, yeah. So the thing is, basically, the microscope stage is basically you can think of it something like this, and like this with a little bit of a ledge. And in fact, being circular may end up being better. I know that the hexagonal shape is fairly close to being circular, but I guess if you just go ahead and make it circular, there's a better chance that it'll sit properly.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. I was just
Yeah?
trying to like,
Okay.
not like I was just doing 2 circles inside of a circle.
Yeah, okay.
No, it just looks so simple.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess simple is not bad.
Yeah,
know?
I just,
Yeah.
yeah. We were supposed to like do stuff last semester or something, so it was just like,
Yeah, I get
you
it.
know.
So basically, I'm thinking of it as just 2 pieces, of course.
Okay. So
Unless there's-
what's the distance in between the half moons or whatever you drew to be the microscope?
So this is actually adjustable. So this is adjustable, which is why I just roughly said 50 millimeter, and that'll fit. Okay. So there is no, so you can just keep that as 50 millimeter. That should not.
Oh, okay. I actually shrunk it because in the one email I got the impression that you wanted it smaller. So okay, so I can,
Well, so all the crucial dimensions. Well, when I was saying that it could be smaller and all that really depend is only for this part.
Yeah.
This part, okay. The base can actually extend like this, and it really doesn't affect how the stuff functions.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't think about that. So that's
you can keep the base as like 50 millimeter just to keep it simple, unless it constrains something else.
okay. And I'll make it a circle. That's not a big deal.
Okay. So yeah, so the only sort of tricky aspect is you want this diameter to be over 22 millimeter. More is better, I guess. And this H to be something like less than 4 millimeter.
Oh, so more is better in the middle diameter?
More is better with within limits, I guess. Because if it's too big, then the magnets are so far apart that the central region doesn't feel much.
So does your lab have the 18 millimeter round glass cover slips?
We don't, but as long as it's like, you can Google and see, as long as it's something that's available that can be purchased, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, I was trying to, because we need to order what we need for our project pretty soon.
Oh, right. That's true.
So if you want us to order it, we can. The one I looked up, it was like $600 for like, or $6 for like 100 of them or something. So it's.
Oh,
like,
I see.
Yeah, but if we need to order it, we just need to.
That's true.
know so we can do it, because we also need the magnets.
Yeah. So I guess the cover slip dimension basically depends on what we set for the diameter and so on. And I was thinking perhaps having a square cover slip is maybe okay, because this whole setup totally depends on the X and Y directions being whatever they are, right? Because the magnets are arranged in a way.
Yeah.
So maybe if it's a square cover slip, it is fine, perhaps, because if it's a circular cover slip, then the orientation may get easily changed.
Orientation of what?
If it's square, it's maybe orientation with respect to X and Y axis, because this chamber has a particular magnet here, and they're all in particular directions, right? And
yeah,
so
I made it smaller so that maybe our magnetic field would get. So you want me to go back to the
actually? Okay, so you're correct. Smaller is good in terms of the magnetic field being more intense.
Yeah.
So that is good, but the only conflicting thing is you want D to be at least 22 millimeter.
Yeah, I got that with the 18 millimeter cover slip. I got D is 24.
D is 24. Okay. So from the bottom, you're looking at the diameter, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. And so 18 millimeter. Okay. The other thing is you want this wall to be decent enough, I mean, tall enough, such that it can comfortably hold 1 ml of media without it spilling over.
Yeah, I got that in there too. So I knew that 1 cubic volume you want to be at least 1 cubic volume.
You want to be well, like at least 1.5
Okay,
milliliters so that it doesn't like spill over easily,
okay, yeah. It is at 1 cubic centimeter?
Yes. 1 ml is same as 1 cc,
Okay,
cubic meter, centimeter, yeah.
yeah, that's easy.
Okay. Let's see. And this diameter is the same as 24, is it? This one?
Yeah, it's the bottom. Yeah, it's the same.
Same as bottom. Okay. So I guess if it's 24, it should be doable to fit in an 18 millimeter cover slip. Okay.
The cubic volume I have right now, when I calculated it, was like 1.4, so I can just make the wall higher. Like that's
Yes,
not
yeah.
a hassle to do.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Is there any other? Let me just see if there was some other outstanding point. Base thickness. Okay, and when we are talking about H, it actually includes this thickness also, correct?
Correct. Yes, that's why
Okay.
I was asking if we could set it on the microscope, and you explained how like it needs the base.
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
think about that, so I'm happy you mentioned that.
Okay. Cool.
I haven't worked much with microscopes in my life, so
Yeah. Okay. No, I get it.
I'm just like
Okay. Coming to the force which you guys mentioned. So yes, we were shooting for 10 nanonewtons because that is like that's a good force that you can exert on a cell and see some response and so on. But if the gradient is such that for whatever bead we were looking at, if the force is lesser, I think we got like fraction of a nanonewton or something like that, then one can try like a bigger magnetic bead, okay? So for purposes of your project, right? So we can just try a bigger magnetic bead that can scale up the force. And so it's not, a big deal.
Okay, what's like an ideal number that we're looking for here? Because I think we were getting somewhere around like 0.7. What can
okay,
anyone,
so I did see your calculations. I looked at the final image output from the FEM simulation that you sent me, and by looking at the numbers, I calculated that the gradient was actually 15.4 Tesla per meter. That's what I got, which was actually lower than I think what you had calculated. And I got quarter nanonewton. So 0.24 nanonewton is what I got for the final configuration. Okay, I think that slightly differs from your numbers. I'm not sure what the source of the difference is, but basically, maybe the only source is your estimation of the gradient. So I'm not sure how you estimated the gradient, but when I estimated the gradient, it turned out to be 15.4 Tesla per meter, which is probably lower than whatever you guys estimated. So we can maybe sort it out sometime as to why there's a discrepancy. But finally, with that gradient, the force I got was 0.24 nanonewton. And so basically fraction of a nanonewton. And so to scale it up by a factor of 10 or so, all one has to do is to use like a bead that has a magnetic dipole that's like 10 times more or something like that. So it's doable. So the force we are looking for is, you can just say 1 to 10 nanonewton or something like that. But then experimentally, we just need to try different magnetic beads to make it work, I guess.
Okay, but you did say somewhere between the ideal number is over 1. Is that the biggest concern?
Right. You can say, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can say of the order of 1 nanonewton at least is what you're shooting for.
Okay. Yeah, because that was what we were trying to figure out and kept messing around with. And I think we got a higher number. Alicia, do you know what was that 0.706 or something, our last?
My last Newton, because like he said, I estimated the gradient to be around like 40 Tesla meters.
Okay, so, yeah.
So 1 to 10. All right. And
And
what
to increase
oh, sorry, go
the
ahead.
magnet strength, are you? I was gonna say it is the highest N52, so we would need just bigger.
Sorry,
magnets, stronger.
sorry. My internet connection is unstable, so I can hear every other second of what you said. So can you repeat that?
Oh, you were mentioning how we just need stronger strength beads.
Right.
Did you mean the Dyna beads or the cube, the magnet cube?
So unfortunately, the Dyna beads, I don't think they make it in a bigger magnetic dipole strength. So this has to be like some other magnetic bead from another company.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, once you figure it out, then I can send you the specifics of what company, what bead, and all that. But I have some old beads sitting in my fridge, which is supposed to be stronger according to my former student. And so, I mean, once everything is designed, and then one has to actually experimentally test it out.
Okay, so I just wanted to say that we were modeling it with the N52 strength neodymium, so we just need to change the dimensions. Like that's the only option left.
I mean, are you talking about the magnet or the magnetic bead?
I'm talking about the magnets in the ring right now.
Oh, the magnets in the ring, I thought we are sort of settled on it, right? N52 is like the highest strength you can get, basically.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so N52 is the highest strength you can get, and based on the constraints due to the dimension, the 1/4-inch square magnets are the ones that fit the bill. So I think the magnets are set.
Okay. I must have just misunderstood what you were
saying. Yeah. Sorry. So the only thing I'm talking about changing is like the magnetic beads themselves. So the magnets will, in a given configuration, will give whatever gradient they give. So to increase the force, the only thing is the magnetic bead itself. We can use a slightly bigger bead, slightly stronger bead, and so on.
Okay, so for right now, we're looking for a larger bead.
So the magnetic, the magnetic bead, I have something sitting in my fridge, and I'm like 80% certain what bead that is, but the labeling was not great, so I need to check that.
That's not something we're worried about.
Okay, what are you worried about?
Like that's getting the magnetic bead for you to perform your experiments with the cells. That's not something that we're worried about.
Okay.
I'm asking, or is that something we need to worry about trying to get?
Oh, well, the thing is, my understanding is, so you design it, and you get the chamber and so on. And the idea is, in my lab, maybe I can go ahead and actually plate a magnetic bead and try to see if it's exerting any force. And then you can maybe incorporate that result in your, as a result of your project or something. So in that sense, it plays a role, I guess.
That's what I was thinking too.
Okay, because that's our biggest concern right now, to get the force up as high as we can, because that affects everything in the design and remaking the design. It's just starting back over and over and over, and kind of
correct.
We're just trying to get that the highest force we can now, and then go from there. But like I said, everything keeps recirculating back around.
Correct, but I think that's why we are discussing what we are right now, to sort of like maximize it as much as possible, and then the rest of the optimization is just with the magnetic bead, which you don't have to worry about.
Okay, awesome.
All right, cool. So I think that really helped out. So we can go ahead and order the magnets, and then I can try and redesign it. And we can schedule another meeting and see if you think that design is better.
Okay, cool. The only thing is sometimes in communication, something gets lost or something like that. So yeah, if we can meet and go over it, that'll be great.
Yeah, I think so too.
Awesome. And could you check and see if those cover slips are in the lab? If not, we could
So
put that on the order.
so as long as you can Google and make sure it's like a, see, cover slips come in some standard sizes. As long as it's some standard size, then we should be able to get it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. I appreciate all your help today. Does anybody have any more questions they want to ask?
Nope.
All right. Cool. Okay.
I think you're free to go.
you.
All right. Thank you, guys. See ya.
Thank you for your help.
All right. No problem.
All righty.
Nice.
Well,
Kylie,
you
when
just
did
didn't
you
want those handles.
Dude, it won't work. I've 3D printed stuff and it won't work. Those handles.
When he said glue sticks on it, I was about to lose it.
toothpicks?
But yeah, when he kept going with those handles, and I'm like, dude, I've like 3D printed stuff upstairs and it won't work.
He wanted the handles. All right, so we got to go back in, and I guess we had the constant B. I don't remember putting that, but did we go back to the gradient about in the paper? That's what he was talking about.
Oh,
We don't need any grease. We take that out.
Well, we need grease for the bottom, but not the top.
Oh, you still need it for the bottom?
Yeah, so that
Okay.
you can make a seal, so then he can put the Nutrigift substance or whatever on in top, so that
Okay.
It
So, the other design, the one you just made, you'll have to rechange all that.
I don't think it'll be that hard. I can just work on it. It won't.
Okay. It is the only problem on your design. What he was saying is the height, the working distance. Is that the only problem?
Yeah, and then he wants to be able to remove the magnets from the other, which is fine. I can just make it another thing. I just think that he's what I was trying to explain to him is that like we're talking in millimeters.
Yeah, it's super small.
So when you're talking about like 3D printing something in millimeters, it's
With
like
plastic.
non-existent.
Yeah.
Like you need like something. You need some meat to it, or else it won't work.
I thought we checked on Dynabeads,
Well, he was
trying to
saying
figure
that,
out if we could get a bigger one.
Well, he was
Did he
saying
say he's gonna actually measure it?
no. So like Dynabeads is like, you know what Kleenex is? Like how Kleenex is tissue paper, so that's a Dynabead. So it's like there's only two sizes for
The
that.
brand is what you're saying.
So he said that he might be able to find or know someone else that'll have bigger ones. Pretty much that's not our issue.
Yeah.
We just got to order the magnets and then possibly the glass cover slips.
Gotcha.
And I think,
And you said you found a bunch of those online. They're like generic. You can get them all day kind of thing.
I mean, from what I found, yeah, because I was trying to figure out when he was like he wanted it to be a diameter. Then I was just like, I just looked because I didn't even know that was a thing.
The what? What'd you say?
I didn't know that round cover slips were a thing. I haven't
Oh,
worked much in a lab in my life, so like that stuff, I don't.
yeah, I don't think much of us are
I
lab
don't know.
experts.
So when he said that, I was like, oh, I didn't even know that they could be round. So
All
I
right.
haven't looked at a microscope since materials. So that's just where we are, the
All
lab.
right, so what do we have to do to get these magnets and the cover slips? Don't we already have the money?
Well, we
Brandon, didn't you talk to who'd you talk to? Somebody?
Let me find out. I forgot what his name was, but he said that he wanted to figure out. At the time, we didn't know what kind of magnets we were using. I think was a problem, or like this the specific type. Let me check.
But you got in touch with somebody and you kind of like made communication.
Yes. Let me find the
Okay.
email.
Yes, I
Is
think
that
reach out to the business office and then tell them what we want to order or something and fill out a form probably.
the cover slip? Is that something that's like literally just an 18 millimeter cover slip?
Yeah,
There's not like, like a slit at the bottom you need or like something you need to pull from the top. It's just pretty generic.
just what it is. You see it on my
Okay.
screen. Yeah, so $17 for 100 of them. Like, I mean, we can order them if we want.
Yeah.
We have like $250, I think.
Okay. Awesome. I was just wondering. I didn't know if there was like 18 millimeter with like I don't know, some weird thing on it. So they're just as generic as can be. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just a little round. I was shocked too.
Okay. And the magnets, we already have the site and everything for the magnets. Same ones, we're not changing, right?
Yeah, I say we just stick to it and do it.
Gotcha. Awesome.
But I think if we make something and it fails, we still graduate. Like it's not our fault that what we designed didn't work if we try.
Yeah. I was trying to get him to give me a little bit more information on the bead, but like, because every time we keep going back and forth, it's like we're recycling over and over and
Well, I
we
don't think
restart.
he's going to be the one that finds the bigger bead.
He's going to have to be.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's like we're not we're not certified by ODU to handle that stuff.
All right.
Like you mean. But we gotta design this website.
Yeah, definitely. I got a computer that's going to be here at like 5. I can hop on that one.
Okay. I downloaded it and then
Everything is Windows.
I started it, but I did website design when I was on the ship for a little bit for the secret network, but I don't think it's gonna be like what this is. You can only log into the website incorrectly 7 times, or they'll kick out your IP address. That's
Wow.
what I had, yeah, because I didn't get the email because I'm in the Thursday class. So I was sitting here trying to like follow the directions, and it was like you put in username and password. So I was like, oh well, I'll put in what it said because it said follow this figure, and it got me locked out. So then they had to go in, and I guess IT had to like unblock me. I don't know. The TA thought I was retarded, but I was like, I don't know what you want. You never sent me the email.
Oh my
It's crazy to just block your IP like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Straight up hardcore. That's what I thought. Well, it's probably for hackers, but I mean, if someone wants to hack ODU's website and pay my college tuition, I'm not complaining.
Let them come.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, how about Robert Ash's class yesterday?
I'm not gonna talk about this on a recorded Zoom meeting that I'll have to post on my capstone website.
I will. Let me tell you right now.
Which
right when I got into that class, it was 5 people in there. I knew right away that when he locked the class that something was wrong.
Well, there's only 14 people in the class total.
Well, 5 people were in it. It's
Yeah.
a senior class. It's not like, a freshman class where half the people show up first day.
I'm
Is
in
it,
him too, and it's
Yeah, I knew right away. I had to do the go through portal and find out the code. Oh my God, it was so dumb.
yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh man, I got too busy watching the inauguration." Oh my God.
Are you in gas dynamics too?
No, thank God.
Why do you say that?
Thank God. No, but remember, the most annoying class I'm taking is the thermo lab. Remember, I told you I couldn't get into it forever.
Yeah, that's true. My buddy's trying to get into that.
God, it's annoying. So many people get in that thing so fast.
Yeah, I don't know why they put a limit on it right now. Like we're not gonna go back to school in a week and a half.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh no, we're not going back to school this semester. That's for
yeah,
sure.
I don't know what they're like in my Chem 2 class. Half of the people, there's like 100 people in the class, and half of
Oh
them are in person. And I'm just like, this isn't happening. First of all, it's troublesome how like someone asked, they're like, so I don't feel comfortable going to the testing center, and I also don't have a computer with a webcam, so how am I supposed to take the exams? And the teacher goes, drop the class. Like it's online.
Brandon, were you able to find that email?
Yes.
Awesome. But you got in touch with them. Like, is this something you think you would be able to handle?
Yeah. All he said was to talk to this one woman, Diane, and to send all we need and how much like rough cost each thing would be to her, and then she would handle it.
Okay. Does anybody have a guesstimate or an idea on how many magnets that you think we'll need? How many magnets should we get here?
8 is what we designed for.
Sure, but maybe we lose one. They're small.
I mean,
We got
might mess up
$250
the first one, so
what, Alicia?
we might mess up the first one, so maybe double or triple it.
Yeah. I just, the whole time we were talking about gluing something, I was just like, man, Alicia's gonna be so excited.
Woo!
He said no glue on the top. I thought she was gonna just leave the meeting. I'm out of here.
You also gotta say we need to order super glue, Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What brand are we going with here?
I don't care. You pick.
The original super glue. Come on.
What about the sticks? What kind of brand should we use for the sticks?
We're not ordering sticks.
Oh no, I got plenty of pecan wood over here. It's trusted.
No, yeah, I would say when you email her, can you just CC us all in it, Brandon?
Sure.
Yeah. But I say the sooner we spend that money, the better.
Super glue. All right, so right now we have the cover slips, the magnets, and super glue. What else do you think we need? Anything? Anybody?
Because the grease is going to be provided by the lab, and then the lab will print our thing too.
True. Is that's we don't have to pay for the material
No, I
or
asked.
anything? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I still have the email.
And so like the cover slips are roughly like what, $17, say, give or take?
100 of them.
Yeah, just give or take. And what with magnets?
I don't know. I had to.
Wasn't it like J&K Magnetics or something?
Yeah, they're less than $1 each.
Okay, awesome.
But I think it's going to cost more to ship stuff than to buy it.
Yeah, it will be
If
way
we-
under budget.
Yeah. Alicia, did you ever get switched over to the Tuesday class?
Not yet. He said wait till the end of the week.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, I thought you bailed out of our group. He was like, yeah, people can change groups. I was like, dang, maybe she did.
He said
You
you
can
could
change groups.
That's what he said.
How
He
does
was
that
like, yeah,
work?
I know it's not ideal, but he was saying that in the meeting the other day.
Wow.
No, I don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would just be kind of weird, to be honest.
Can you imagine getting thrown in like the Baja one?
No.
They kept talking about like the average NASA weight of a person and that the chair is going to be like 0.6 pounds less. I was just like, that sounds awful.
Oh God. All right, I got that taken care of. Magnets are less than $1 a piece. Super glue's a couple bucks.
Yeah, so it looked like the Gantt chart's going to have to be updated weekly now, Tim.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm gonna download one to the download again. The Microsoft project. You see, he put that up there now.
Well, we can download it. That's cool.
Yeah, well, I was just throwing it out there. He put last semester he didn't put this up there. I don't think he just said don't go to Move to get it.
Yeah. Well, you almost have to download it because we have to put it on the website. And to put it on the website, you have to have it on your computer to then create a link on the like index page on your, you know what I mean? Like you have to have it.
Well, I'm downloading it right now then.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, I can't believe him. I don't think he's ever taught a senior class.
I could not even tell you.
Yeah.
It's almost like I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest. It's just like, yeah, let's go by the flow. Here we go. All right, how'd you do? Next.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. Last semester.
Yeah, I'm so ready.
Passcode. All right. I hate this push thing. Oh my God.
But I think is that all we have for today?
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead, download the Gantt chart, get it updated to what we have, and take out a couple things. I'll have another computer here at like 5-ish. I'm gonna try to download that thing and get working on that tonight. I'll let y'all know how that goes.
Mean for the website?
Yeah.
Okay, because I just tried to download it and it doesn't run on Mac. So
Yeah, that's exactly
Oh
what I was.
no.
Well, I downloaded it and I created our public file, but I didn't like put anything in it.
All right. So there'll be something like a basis up there though.
I did like the first 2 steps on the website. It sounds like not much, but I had to wait all day to get my IP address unblocked.
do you have a URL for it already?
Yeah, so you didn't get the email, Alicia, because you weren't in the Tuesday
Aw.
third class. Yeah, that's what my issue was. That's how I got blocked. But
Okay.
yeah, they like are. Tim, did you get the email for our username and password?
For our username and password?
Yeah, for the website.
Yes.
Yeah, so
You want me to forward that to everybody?
yeah, if you want. I mean, I got it. I had the TA email it to me, but yeah, that's
Oh,
what
okay.
Alicia, like, she wouldn't have been able to log in at all.
Oh yeah, that's because she's not okay. Gotcha. Is anybody else, or is it just you, Alicia? Do I need to send anybody else?
This is to sign up for the Win SCP program.
We don't need it to sign up. It's free to download, but it's so you can make alterations to the website for our capstone class. So he emailed out a username and password for us.
For our team specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I got that email.
What class are you on in Blackboard, Brandon?
Yeah, let me see where it is.
I believe you're in our class.
Yeah, I think I'm on the Tuesday class, but I don't think I got that email.
You should have gotten it.
I'll just forward it to you right now. I'll send it to you and Alicia right now.
I would send it to Tiffany too.
Oh no, I see it. I got it right here.
Okay. Well, I just sent both y'all another one. Just in case.
Yeah.
You said send it to Tiffany too.
I mean, I have no idea. I don't even think she has a desktop, so she probably won't even be able to do it.
I'll send it to her anyways, just in case.
I think she uses an iPad.
Do y'all want to stick with the same thing we've been doing? Like the same order as like post and weekly post? Is everyone fine with that?
Yeah.
I can start off for this week and go from there.
Well, we don't have to do a post for 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think it begins
Well,
third week.
we have a weekly post, right? And then we have a weekly update we do, and then we have a PowerPoint update we do in 3 weeks.
Yeah, but I don't think we have to start the weekly ones until our website's up. And I don't think the website has to be up for, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he said on the third week we start the weekly one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's even better.
We just got,
But
sorry, go ahead, Alicia.
where do I go to enter this username and password? I'm confused.
So you'll have to download the file that you said you couldn't download.
Whoa, so I have to. Okay.
Yeah, you can't even edit the website on them.
I thought just one person had to.
No.
Ooh, that is gonna be brutal.
No. So there'll be like one person that will update and manage the website pretty much. Well, I guess multiple people could, as long as everybody has the Word file or the whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
I
to
think
figure out
we
how to
should
get this on
do,
boot camp then.
VMware.
Huh?
That
Alicia,
would
are
be
you
cool.
Alicia, are you pretty good with like boot camp and getting stuff over there?
I mean, I'm not good at it. It's doable.
Because I gotta tell you, I've never used boot camp before. I think I tried it one time and I was like, nope.
Well, Brandon, what kind of computer do you have?
I have a Windows.
So you could be the one who manages the website then.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, that works. I'm trying to log in now. Do I leave the host name and the port number blank, or is that a
no. So are you on the Blackboard with the instructions on how to do it?
yes? Do I
Uh,
use the figure one?
Yeah, but it'll look exactly like that, except for the username will be like, I think it's like magforce_sp21 or whatever, and then our password's like EE something. You put those 2 in, but everything else will match it.
Okay,
Did that get you in?
I'm logging in right now.
Okay.
Yes, I trust
Facebook
this
better.
host. Okay, I think I'm in. Yeah.
And then do you see that I already created the next step, which was like the public file or whatever?
The
Okay,
public
that's
HTML.
all I got. And then I like opened it and I like tried to do the window Word file and we had this meeting, so.
Alrighty. Are we ready to send the email out to buy the stuff? Do we have a rough estimate of just like everything we need?
Yes.
I would in the email I would attach the hyperlink and a print screenshot of what we want, so there's like no confusion to her.
I can
Okay.
make an Excel file of like the website, the part, like stuff like that, if that
Okay.
helps.
Whatever.
Or I can just put it on Word or something and put the website with it.
I mean, whatever. It was just, yeah, that works. I was just suggesting.
Okay.
Whatever y'all think is best.
All I need is just the hyperlinks for the parts, I guess.
Yeah, so we want the N52
And
one.
what was that? What
magnet.
was that, Alicia? You remember that site? What was it called? J&K Magnetics.
KJ.
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 That's what it was.
I sent it in Messenger.
I see it.
Okay. Oh, you just
Okay.
did?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, I'll send the other one. I gotta log into Facebook.
Oh, that's not the right link. I right-clicked the hyperlink in Facebook and it sent the link toward the Facebook message and not the actual link that I want.
And then I sent you a hyperlink for the cover slip, and then super glue or glue, whatever. I mean, do you want me to Google you one, or can you do that?
I can find super glue.
Yeah, I don't. But
Oh, why did it do that?
so we'll meet next Tuesday after class.
Yes. I think that should be like the routine, like weekly meeting, if everyone's fine with that. That way, unless somebody's got something going on, like kids or something, they got to take care of something. Go out and do something.
I know kids.
I have no kids.
I don't have kids need. I'm just asking.
Question. So since we're the Tuesday group, are we not meeting Thursdays, or is that
No.
just
No,
Okay.
no class Thursdays.
What?
Yeah, we just have class on Tuesdays.
okay?
But is everybody fine with that? Tuesdays, right after class. Should we make what time do y'all want this to be? Because what's class at 3?
It ends at 4:15.
4:15. So I want to do 4:15 or 4:30.
Or we can just do 4:15. If it or ends early, we can start it early.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Well, I gotta get off here, guys.
All right, sounds good.
Just to clarify, it's the magnets, the cover slip, and the super glues is all we need, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and for the magnets, what do y'all think? Like
Order
14, 16
How many
magnets?
do we get free shipping for?
What's that?
How
Good
many do we order for free shipping?
How much do we need for free shipping?
I don't
What?
think we care about free shipping. How many magnets do we need?
Well, I'm just saying, if like we want to, if we need to order, like if we're like, oh, let's order 16, but 20 gets us free shipping, then why not?
So yeah, let me check the website. Let me see what we got. I'll see what kind of deals they have.
Yeah. But I would say at least order 16.
Yeah, 16 does sound good.
Oh, if we order 25, it reduces the price from 86 cents to 84 cents a
And
magnet.
just order 25. It doesn't matter. It's fake money.
Yeah.
Shipping is $5 for
Oh,
first class.
Okay, so we'll still be left with $200 after we buy everything. Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
We're-
I don't think
we're
that's
chilling.
enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Sublet.
Get 2 things of super glue as well. 2 things of super glue, and
Yeah.
Kylie found a 100 pack. I doubt we need a 100 pack, but I mean, if that's all you find, then just go ahead and get it. I mean, he will be using it multiple times, I guess, so maybe
Oh.
well, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, the magnets, the super glue, cover slips.
Money.
Is
I'll read
is
design and hopefully have it ready for Tuesday.
is Gorilla Glue good?
No.
Yeah. That works.
No?
for me. Yeah.
And the
Make
community-
Is it the clear Gorilla Glue?
I just don't know how good super glue is. So I just the first thing that popped up was Gorilla Glue.
So if you use Gorilla Glue, you want the one that dries fast. You want the one that's like super glue, because the one that like takes 24 hours to cure, it
Yeah,
like
that's yeah.
expands and turns into like bubbles. Like you don't want that one. So you
Gotcha.
really want the one that's like the fastest drying.
Just get super glue. Literally, just type the super glue and just get that. That way, it's no confusion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a brand. But
Oh,
yeah.
it's a brand super. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you're chilling. Just get like 2 of those. Is everybody fine with 16 magnets? Is that fine?
Yeah,
Or should we get more? Should we get 20?
I don't care.
25.
Are we at an auction now?
Reduced price.
Just do 25.
25 magnets. All
25
right,
magnets. Got it.
25 magnets, 2 things of super glue, and somewhere above 50 cover slips.
All right,
Because
cool.
I'm sure they'll be using them multiple times.
I gotta bounce. I'll send out an email for the next Zoom meeting.
Sounds good.
Bye, guys.
You got any questions, email me, Brandon, or hit me up on the messenger.
Okay.
Don't forget
All
to CC us all in it so we can
Yeah.
all stay up to date, please.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, guys.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Later.